Before I start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know what you think of this one. I still remember the text she sent me that night, the one that made my chest tighten in a way I hadn't felt in years. My mom doesn't really want you there, maybe another time. I blinked at my phone, unsure if I'd read it right. It was supposed to be a casual Sunday dinner with her family, a chance for me to finally feel like I belonged. But now, in one line, it felt like I had been shoved outside, invisible. At first, I didn't think much of it. Maybe her mom was just tired, or maybe she wasn't feeling well. I shrugged it off and told myself, don't overthink it, it's fine. But something in her tone, even over text, felt off. It wasn't just the excuse. It was the way she quickly changed the subject when I asked if everything was okay. The next few days, I started noticing subtle things. Missed calls that went unanswered for hours, just busy explanations, phone notifications disappearing before I could even glance at them. I caught glimpses of her phone left unlocked once, and might get twisted at a message fragment I couldn't fully read. Something about he doesn't need to know. I immediately shoved it from my mind, telling myself I was being paranoid, that I was imagining the cracks in what I thought was a solid foundation. But then the little things piled up. I'd come home early, just to find her pacing the living room, phone clutched tight in her hand, pretending to scroll. A faint smell of someone else's cologne lingered in the air, subtle, almost dismissible. She'd brush past me too quickly sometimes, laughing a little too loudly when I entered a room. And each time I questioned it, she smiled, brushed my concern aside, and said, "You're imagining things, babe. I love you." I wanted to believe her. I tried to, really, but there's a part of your instincts you can't silence. The part that whispers something isn't right. One evening, I couldn't fight it anymore. I picked up her phone when she was in the shower. Not proud of it, but the gnawing anxiety wouldn't let me wait. That's when I found it. The messages she had deleted. Messages between her and him, a co-worker she always said was just a friend. The words on the screen cut through me like glass. Plans to meet, inside jokes that once belonged to us, and confessions that were meant to be hidden. I stared at the phone, my heart hammering so loudly I was sure she could hear it through the walls. The betrayal wasn't cinematic or explosive. It was painfully mundane, woven into small, quiet details of everyday life. I confronted her later that night. My voice trembled, not just from anger, but from the heartbreak of realizing I'd been living next to a stranger disguised as the woman I loved. "Why?" I whispered. "Why did you lie to me?" She didn't look away. She didn't deny it. "I didn't plan for this to happen," she said, voice low, almost fragile. "I didn't know how to stop it, and I didn't want to hurt you." Her eyes, so familiar, seemed distant, like I was staring at a reflection I'd never truly known. I wanted to scream, to make her feel the jagged edges of my pain. But instead, I sat in silence. I remembered the small things, the way she used to brush her hair behind her ear when she was nervous, how she'd hum in the mornings, the way we used to laugh at the same stupid jokes. And every memory, every laugh, suddenly felt like a lie I had been willing to believe. The days that followed were a blur of confusion and grief. I didn't know if I hated her or if I missed her. I questioned everything about myself, my judgment, my worth, why I hadn't seen the signs. But slowly, as the raw edges of shock dulled, I realized something important. Love without trust is a cage. I had been living in a golden prison, clinging to memories that no longer reflected reality. When we finally sat down to talk one last time, I made my decision. Not in anger, not in spite, but in clarity. I told her I couldn't continue. Couldn't live in a space where doubt and deception overshadowed the love we once had. She nodded, tears glimmering, and for a moment I almost faltered. But deep down, I knew the right thing wasn't to beg, not to forgive blindly. It was to reclaim my life, my dignity. Walking away was quiet. No dramatic slam of doors, no shouting matches, just a heavy breath. One last glance and a step into the night. The heartbreak lingered, yes, but alongside it was something stronger, the knowledge that I could survive this, that I could rebuild without carrying the weight of lies. Now, every time I catch myself remembering her smile or our laughter, it stings, but it also reminds me of my own resilience. Love is powerful, but so is the choice to protect yourself. And as painful as it was to leave, I finally feel free. If this story hit you hard, please subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear, have you ever faced betrayal like this? How did you find your strength?